Cancer, welcome to Gracie's Gamut. Today we will be doing a love and relationships reading for you. Remember that this is a general reading. It is not a personal read. Take what's for you, leave the rest, but stick around long enough to know the difference. Also, it is timeless. Take the energy from when you see the read to a few weeks out. We're going to start off with a Dark Mirror Oracle, and then we will be pulling a Priestess of Light as well to kind of see the dark or lighter side of what may be going on. Let's see here. Going on for Cancer at this time? What are they dealing with in their love and relationships? One, other, or both? I feel like there's some anger going on for somebody. Somebody's not getting along. I don't know if it's your partner. I can't quite feel that. It just feels like, arguments of some sort. Well, that's obviously not. Let me shuffle this. Spats about something. Something may come up where you're going to be having a little bit of a, I don't think it doesn't feel like brawl. It just feels like a disagreement of some sort, and it's, you know, I feel like it'll be short-lived. I feel like you'll resolve the issue quickly. But oh look, they're all jumping again. Okay, well, we're going to do the spread then. Sacrifice. We have sacrifice. Somebody may be putting a little, feeling like they're putting a little more extra effort or more effort than their partner in a situation. Or it could be being more of a friend, feeling like you're being more of a friend to someone than they are to you. It really feels like being on the... Now, if you look, she's holding a sword across herself, and she's got body armor on here, right to her head. It feels like you kind of sticking up for yourself. That's what it feels like. This spat may be about, you know, putting someone in their place, maybe. I feel like someone says something to you to the effect of, oh, you don't care, or you... I feel like you have to, you're busy doing something. Say you're busy, say you work a lot, or you're busy with the kids, or, you know, you just have something that you're dealing with at the time. I almost feel like somebody that's already dealing with a friend that's having issues, and you're trying to be their support. I feel like you're like the support for all of your friends, all of your, you know, as well as your family, and it feels like someone, you don't have time. Someone has some problems and they expect you to help them. They expect you to spend time with them alone, and you're already dealing with somebody else's business, right? Already burdened with someone else's. And it feels like someone gets angry with you because you say you can't do something. Someone may have broke up with their boyfriend or girlfriend. You may be that person they run to all the time, but I feel like you're like a backbone or a shoulder to cry on for a lot of people, and you got your own issues going on. I feel like something is going on with yourself, but you're still trying to be there for everybody else, and it flares up. Something flares up, and you say something, or they say something to set you off. That's what this feels like. I feel like there's an apology that happens between the two, but it's like I'm already dealing with something right now. Well, what's more important than what, you know, I feel like somebody telling you what's more important than my issue right now. And then you have to I feel like that clicks something like, you know, you're not the only thing here, right? I have my own stuff going on, and I'm dealing with this person, and that person. And I have my own issues going on. And they get pissed or whatever, you stop talking for a few days, but I feel like it all clears up. Building your world, creation, expansion, and networking. I feel like for some of you, realizing you can't be everything for everybody at this point in time. Figuring out how to, you know, fit yourself in a situation. I do feel like also somebody may be working on heavy at work for whatever reason and business. I feel like this may be why you don't have a lot of time for everybody right now, because you're trying to build your own world. You're trying to build your own life for yourself, your family, and it begins to feel like someone taking advantage. I'm going to read from the book, The Priestess of Light here. It's number 33. Let's take a look here. Building your world. On a practical level, this card could indicate a career in architecture, design, or construction. It could also signify connections with people who do such work. You may even be building a new house or expanding your present one. This card talks about bees and the way that they help each other, and everybody does their part. That's funny because with this, it feels like you feel the load more than everybody else, and everybody should be doing their share, right? Getting things done. If you have roommates, I feel like you have stepped up quite a few different months and paid the bill on where you're at, or paid more than your share, never getting that back. Or if they do give it back, they seem very appreciative and all that, but here the new month comes around and here you are footing the bill again. Maybe your name's on the lease, maybe all of your names are on the lease, but you could all easily get kicked out if all the bills aren't paid, right? The bee is one of nature's most industrious creatures, and this card foretells a time of great productivity and expansion for you. If you've been thinking about growing your business or creating an entirely new one, focus on those intentions now. Your dreams may include things like cooking, painting, music, writing, which are all projects that build on ideas and produce nectar for the body, mind, and soul. They do require repeated attention and action, so take time to create a plan, set some goals, and bring both the creative and technical elements together. The bees join together to assemble their hive structure and provide for their community, increasing value for all. Now is the perfect time for you to build the world you desire, to make your plans and set to work. I feel like after an argument amongst you, your friends, it feels like colleagues possibly, some problems that have been going on. I feel like it has to do with either at work or their friends. You have work friends, it could be at work, it could be within a household where multiple people stay as well. It doesn't have to be just roommates. It could be your house and you helping family or friends out, letting them stay with you. And them not pulling their share, but thinking that somehow they think that they are. And this is when this problem arises, right? You get the air cleared, and then I feel like you begin to build a better relationship. But this could be with your spouse. Your significant other. Maybe they don't realize all that you do and expect you to get something else done on top of the load you already have. This could be that as well. But it feels like a flare up and then fixing it together. Realizing what kind of stress they're putting you under day after day, or what kind of stress that you are under. May not just be them. It could be, I feel like, multiple things on your shoulders right now. So just be mindful of that there could be a little argument, but it's not going to be a forever argument, okay? It's going to clear up within a few days, and you will be able to figure out. Somebody's having issues between two friends where they don't like each other or they're jealous of each other with your time, and that could be part of this flare-up. As well. So just be mindful of that. All right, Cancer, let's get to the body of your read here. That was kind of long-winded. We have death. Coming of a new age here. Some of you may actually be dealing with a death at this time, but I don't feel like it's, I feel like it's something maybe, this may be as well, this is coming into play again, where it could be if there was a death in the family or is a death here, having trouble communicating properly between family members to get funeral fake plans done, or just getting things worked out with who is doing what or who's paying for what. That could be it as well. But I feel like it's a death is a change, a drastic change. I feel like a sudden change, moving on that helps you move on to something else, just like as if death. Once you hit that, it's done. Something being totally done and a new relationship building. All right. Uncomfortable change though. Uncomfortable to deal with. Okay. Let's see here. What else do we have for Cancer? These tried to come out. We have Six of Cups. Yeah, this can signify, and it feels like that to me, people coming together. There may actually, this may actually be like people you haven't dealt with in some time coming in here, and it could be about a death. Some of you may be dealing with that, and dealing with people you haven't maybe seen in a while from the family. That usually happens around funeral times, and it could be weddings too, but it feels like funeral times for some of you, dealing with everything going on and people coming in putting their 2 cents in. That could be where the argument arises. We have the King of Pentacles here. You're going to stand firm. Whatever it is, you know you're right. You know that I feel like having control of money as well here, having control of if there was, let me put it this way, if there is a death, I feel like you took care of this person. You were the only one going to visit them at the nursing home or whatever. Only one going to take care of their business around their house if they lived at home. I feel like, and then all these people begin to come out of the woodwork thinking they're getting something, or I don't even think it's that. I think they don't even realize that they're going to be coming at you like, what the, right? And trying to take over some things, and there's a clash. I think someone you clash with may be a relative that hasn't been around in a while, but they think they're going to help you by taking on responsibilities. But you begin to feel like they're just trying to take control of the situation and they haven't been there the whole time, okay? So just be mindful of that it may not be that they're trying to do this. It may be that they've dealt with this, something like this before, and they think they're helping you. So there may be a spat, but within a few days' time, by the time the actual arrangements happen, you're on the same page, okay? 8 of Cups, walking away from some things that no longer serve you. Walking away from releasing some responsibility, perhaps. 10 of Pentacles, family coming together. Wow. Ooh, okay. Setting aside differences. I do feel like there's something going on with the death here. I'm really feeling strongly about it now. Spats happening because people come that you haven't seen in a while. You may have talked to them or whatever, but they haven't been contributing to helping whatever was going on, but I feel like an argument may ensue, but you get over it quickly, and family comes together with this. Wow. Someone storming off to get their head straight and coming back and coming together as a family. Okay, this also could be, endings of some, right at the point when you end a relationship. I might have lost some people then if the other didn't feel like it pertained to you, but if you're still here, I feel like also this death card could be the signaling the end of at a time when I don't feel like it's something new that happens or whatever. Could be, but I feel it more like at this time you may have experienced a loss of a relationship. I feel like someone just so happens to come back into your life at that time, okay? Comes back in and helps you to be more focused, has you letting go of the pain of the loss of the relationship, okay? No matter what it is. It does feel like someone also, this may be a relation, a marriage, or a significant other, a love relationship that didn't end well, was uncomfortable because you didn't want it to end at some point, or they didn't. I feel like this may have been a while ago though. I know it's not in the reverse. I usually feel like that's for past tense, but I feel like someone that you ended a relationship with comes back in here. You find stability with this person. You let go of anything that was had caused the breakup to begin with, and then they become family again. Okay. Wow. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, wow. Just flipped right on out here. Okay. They're like, hey, you don't even got to shuffle. We got you. Temperance. Well, look at all these temperance here. Patience. Having patience with someone. Something divinely happened here as well. If there was a breakup in the past, if there was a breakup, then this person's coming back in. You both needed to grow. This might have been someone you were with when you were young, or younger. Someone you both might have been naive. You might not have took well to responsibilities, and this caused the breakup. So it had to happen for them to come back in and be that person that you needed them to be. You have the Eight of Pentacles here in the reverse. This also is telling me of the responsibilities shift, not having to work so hard. If there is a funeral that has to be taken care of for someone here, the family that comes in, it's going to feel like they're trying to take over, but they're not. They're trying to alleviate some of the stress and take on some of that work, okay? And this also could signify if... it also, I have to stop for a second because I'm going back to, I'm looking at this temperance and it almost looks like an angel, right? It is an angel. I feel like if there was a death and maybe you didn't get along with certain family members, or you didn't, I feel like that's them. They're over, it feels kind of almost emotional. They are overlooking everything. They are trying to bring the family back together, okay? And this is trying to help you, but I feel like they're there and they're watching, okay? And I feel like there'll be signs of it. There's going to be some kind of a sign of it. Something moved. Something either moved while you were looking at it. Something is moved out of place that's been in the same spot for... In fact, I feel like there was dust around the area, or there is dust around the area, and you can see it's been moved. A vase, it feels like a vase, or like with artificial flowers in it maybe, or it feels like something that's heavy that couldn't have moved on its own is moved ever so slightly, but you can see the dust line where it was at. There was a little dust there, and you can see where, it's a round base, and it's moved. This may even be what sparks the argument, because you think someone touched something in the person's house. And it was them. They wanted you to know they were there. Wow, that's intense. Okay, just on a side note here. Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse here. I do feel like there's been a lot of time lost with disliking each other, or being apart. I feel like some time was lost with not getting along. This could have to do with a relationship, an old relationship as well. You gave up with the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Maybe you both stopped working on it, and that's when it all went to shit, right? You just gave up. I do feel like you lost some time away from being... being happy because of it. You have the Eight of Swords, self-imposed restriction. You kept yourself. You'll find that you kept yourself isolated a little bit from happiness, possibly from family at the time. I feel like this is like what is happening, and this is what caused things, or how things had went at one point in time as well. We have the Page of Swords. This is, I feel like, communication, beginning to talk, beginning to conversation opening up. I do feel like though in the past, with this in the reverse, it could be past tense, you stopped talking to someone. And this is the person, this is going to signify this is the person that's coming back in here, and healing a situation. Time lapse, time lost. This is in the reverse as well. So I feel like uh, time moving on and healing old wounds. I feel like at one point you stepped away from family or from a situation, especially with me putting it, I feel like I automatically put it on the Eight of Cups here, walking away from some things. And you felt like, you may have felt like you couldn't say what you needed to say, or you may have felt like they wouldn't listen, or I feel like you kept yourself from communicating at one point, and which could have fixed the problem. You have the Ten of Wands. You've been carrying this around for some time. Whatever this is, ultimately you've had a lot of stresses. You've had a lot of responsibility for a situation, whether it be taking care of a family member without a lot of help, having multiple friends that need you. I feel like you just put in a lot of work here, and maybe feeling like you couldn't say anything. You didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings in that. If that had to do with friendships that are, but I do feel like some kind of a spat where you don't talk to someone for some time. Not talking to someone for a time begins this, and I feel like burdens being laid down because you clear the air. Okay, that's what this feels like to me. I'm going to pull some cards for clarity here for you, Cancer. You guys have been through a lot. It feels like you've been through a lot, going through a lot. Hopefully this clears up some stuff for you and what other people are thinking or doing and why. I do feel like there's a spat that happens amongst any of these situations that really clarifies your position with somebody, letting you know and clearing the air. We have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, it feels like it feels like the possibility of something ending here. Something you were working on. This could have been a relationship. This could have been it feels like plans that were laid out. It's in the reverse. I feel like a long time ago plans were laid out. You know what? I'm kind of feeling like if there is a death, if you deal with that there is a will. Just so you're aware, the person laid out plans as to who was getting what. There will be no concerns in that area. There was there may have they may have already planted long ago the way things were going to happen. Okay, so don't be worried about stuff. Don't be stressing yourself that you have to do everything. Okay. They may have already had conversations with the person that you may get into an argument with, and that's when you find out. And it clears the air and everything. Everything comes together. Okay? That's what it feels like here. And we have Temperance again. Having patience with the situation. Know that everything is going to turn out okay. Wow. I'm going to put this with the card up here with family. Feeling like everything is going to work out. Everything is happening as it should. Okay, that's it for this deck. I'm going to pull a few cards for anything else that may be wanting to be asked. You have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. I didn't even get a chance to shuffle. Nine of Swords in the reverse. Someone's been stressing over some things for a while. There may have been a long illness prior to whatever happened, and you've dealt with that, and you've worried about that, and you didn't know that they had already had some plans set ahead of time. I just feel like in the reverse, it could be past tense. I feel like some things that you may have been dealing with will be over. at this point. It feels like, you know, when I see the the nine, that might come up too, the Nine of Swords here, well, it's already here, technically, if it's a sword. It feels like focusing. It doesn't have to just be stressing, but it's kind of stressful when you're focusing on something that's bothering you. It is in the reverse, so I feel like for someone, there's some stresses being relieved here. In any of your situations, if you're still here to hear it, because you may have been thinking, oh, this doesn't sound like me, and left, but if you didn't and you're still here because you felt like you needed to stay and see, I feel like this is letting you know that stresses within a relationship and a marriage, stresses between friends and family, I feel like this is going to be relieving. It's going to be being alleviated, should I say. Not having to worry about some things anymore, not having to focus so much on something negative. You have the Seven of Wands. I feel like there's been a stressful time. You may have not wanted to admit it. You look like, see how she's up on in a glass crystal ball here, like she's in a something that could easily break, on a tattered bottom. All these wands, and half of them aren't even in the right position to support her. Maybe you felt like you were unsupported. Like you were doing all for all yourself, feeling like even though it seemed like you had your stuff together, right, or everything was going okay, there's always that hint of something could go wrong, right? Not having the proper support system here, not feeling like you have the proper support system. And the Hermit in the reverse. I feel like this is not doing it on your own. Not having to deal with whatever it is on your own. Coming together with family, friends, loved, and any loved ones. I feel like not having to figure it out for yourself. Feeling kind of wobbly. Feeling kind of like you can't do it alone. Trying to make yourself do it alone because you feel like you have to, but I do feel like others come in and uplift you and support you. Okay, I'm done with that. I'm going to pull some grace cards or a grace card, whatever comes out, to close the read. I think whatever's said has been said ultimately at this time. Come back next week. Please do. Whoa. I guess that it's going to mean I need to shuffle. And look, I did a flip and love is up on here. All right. Wow. Vision. Jumped right out. Pay attention. There are signs, symbols, and messages divinely placed in our path to guide us in the right direction. I suddenly remembered, or right in my head, went back to this vase moving. Something moving. Apparently, looking like it. Something that couldn't move on its own moving. Okay? A sign, a symbol. Wow. Anything else here for Cancer at this time? No, that's it. Wow. Okay. All right, Cancer. That's it for this read. Please like, share, subscribe. Join my community here if you want to. Have a great week. I'll see you next video.